This is the Veterans Memorial Theater in Davis. This is where our kids started performing. It's where their band Lawsuit used to rehearse, and it's where they still come back every year for a party over the Christmas vacation. This building has been an important part of our life for about 25 years. There are 2 trees in front of the theater. The one in the back was planted by my office as a memorial tree to my son David, who died in 1996, and the one in the front was planted by us as a memorial to our son Paul, who died in 1999. Both of them performed here, Paul especially. Paul also was the manager of this theater for some time. And this is the plaque that we had installed as a memorial to Paul that sits in front of his tree. You can't read this one as well, but it's the plaque underneath David's tree. It usually gets overgrown by ivy, but our son Ned, who works here some of the time, manages to keep it clear so that people can read the plaque. This is the Davis Art Center. After David died, funds were donated in his name to the Art Center, and a couple of years later, they asked if they could use the funds to build this little gazebo here as a place in the shade for kids to wait after their classes. Of course, we said they could use the funds for whatever they wanted to, and so they built it, and they called it David's Place. This is a nice plaza downtown, the center of downtown. It's called the E Street Plaza. Some people call it the Baskin-Robbins Plaza. We call it Paul Plaza because there's a little performing area up there that the Downtown Business Association voted to have put in memory of Paul. So let me go up and show you what that looks like. There's the performing stage, and there's a plaque, and then individual bricks were purchased for the project. Paul worked downtown, managing one of the theaters, and so everybody knew him and everybody liked him. So the city decided that they would give him a plaque and give him a performing area, and then they sold individual bricks where people could have engraved, and that's the one that we did for his band. The name of this band was Lawsuit, and the first 3 rows of bricks were all purchased in memory of Paul, and then other bricks on the plaza were purchased by businesses. But when we came down here for the first time and saw it, it was really kind of overwhelming because there are just so many bricks, and it was very nice to think that that many people wanted to contribute to a memorial for our son. He could be a real pain in the butt, but he was a nice guy. This is the last stop on the tour of memorials to dead Sykes children at Davis, and it's kind of the last stop for anybody living here in Davis, or dying here in Davis anyway. David originally had his own grave, of course, but after Paul died, we had David dug up again, and now they share a grave. They were both cremated. The musical notes are because they were both musical, and if you want to find out what FTS means, you'll have to look at my blog to see it. But this is where the 2 of them are now sharing for all eternity.